Welcome back. We have in the studio with us Ken Bailey, and Ken Bailey's here to talk about a new project. You're always doing new projects, right?
I was trying to remember the different subjects I've talked about on this show, and I think I've been on here maybe 5 or 6 times. Talked about the lyric, talked about the trail project. We talked about well, when Hope first started. I don't know, but anyway.
Yeah.
Here you are again.
Here I am again.
Yeah.
New project.
New project. Now, is this your brainchild, or is it something?
Well, there was an organization called the Hope Continuum, and a couple of years after I retired, I became a VISTA volunteer. And as a VISTA, I got exposed to things that I never even knew were in town. A lot of people working behind the scenes on a lot of very important things that nobody knows about. And so we started talking about the homeless problem.
Right.
And Shirley Smothers at the school, Harrison School homeless liaison has identified over 130 students in the school system that are homeless. They don't have a permanent home. They may be living with a grandmother, a friend. They're couch surfing place to place. We did a survey of 4 counties, Boone, Baxter, Newton, and Marion. Found over 600 homeless people.
Wow.
There are people sleeping in the park. I got a call yesterday from a woman in Berryville who was living in her car and had an infant and didn't have enough gas to get to Harrison. So I said, you know, if you can get here, we can try to help you. But anyway, as we talked about it, I wanted to start overnight transitional housing where you can keep someone for a period of time until they get on their feet and can get their own place.
Right.
Very expensive. I mean, first of all, you've got to have a separate place for men, a separate one for women, for families with kids. You've got to have a building that's sprinkled. It's really a monumental task. We just don't have the resources to do that right now. But a day center is something that we did have. So I started, that was my idea about a year ago to start working on that. And we were looking for places and how to do it. And a few months ago, I was talking to Mayor Crockett, and the RSVP building was empty, and it's owned by the city. And he supported our going to the council and asked for that building. It's located right across the street from Edwards Grocery, 600 East Stevenson. And the city leased it to us for $1 a year for 30 years.
Okay.
That gave us a place. For the last 6 to 8 weeks, Ed Thomason, Vince Dooley, and myself have been down there renovating it, remodeling it. We had to take out some walls. We built a wall. We put in some showers. It didn't have any showers. Converted what was the men's bathroom into the ladies' shower room. Converted a storage room into the men's shower room. Put in a washer dryer, ice machine in the kitchen. Got some freezers and refrigerators donated to us. Clark Office Supply donated all the desks, credenzas, filing cabinets, copy machine. Reagan Pro Computer donated 3 computers, printers, wired them all up. We've had a huge amount. There's a little church in Blue Eye, Missouri that back a year ago read in the Harrison Daily Times that we had this idea. And they wrote us and said, you know, if you get it open, we want to provide all the personal hygiene things for the people. So once we opened, for the last couple of weeks, they've been driving down with, we've got, you should see this bookcase. It's full of towels and hairbrushes and toothpaste and toothbrushes and everything you need. So these people are really coming forward. We had couches donated to us, TVs donated to us, toys for kids, videos for kids to watch. So we're fully functional. We opened this past Monday. We've had 3 clients so far. It'll take some time for people to know we're there.
Exactly.
Our sign isn't even out front yet. But as the word gets around, the idea is that although we can't keep them overnight, anybody that walks in the door will feed them. But if they will go through an intake process, we ask them a series of questions and we find out their work history, their educational background, any medical problems they might have, if they're a veteran, that sort of thing. From that, we develop some short-term goals and long-term goals for them. And they will then have a set of expectations. We have volunteer caseworkers. They'll work with them to try to keep them on track to meet those goals. The first one that walked in Monday was a Marine veteran with PTSD, schizophrenia. He'd had a tragedy. He'd had a job and he worked and had a house. His wife died. His house burned down. He went into all kinds of shock. just at his wit's end. And he was living up at the Ozark Mountain Inn in one of those little motel rooms up there. And he didn't know where to go. Well, what we were able to do with him is direct him to Share and Care, which gave him money for his prescription so he could keep his schizophrenia under control, to DHS, where he increased his Medicaid and got him into some food programs, got him in touch with Oxford House. He had had an alcohol problem in the past, and he's been clean now for 7 years. He lived in Branson and was in the Oxford House up there, so he's familiar with it. So we put him in touch with the people at Oxford House. So he's going through the process now to maybe be able to go live there. We at the House of Hope are buying a van. Andy Yeager's giving us at his cost this 6-passenger van that we'll have, that we'll be able to take these people to their appointments. Big problem with them is no transportation.
Exactly.
Right.
So we can take them where they need to go. We can direct them where they need to go. We can find out. The first guy that came in, we got him in touch with Veterans Affairs. He's finding out what programs you look up his military record. So we're really there to be a support system.
Yep.
You know, all of us growing up were able to make it because we had a support system.
Right.
You know, parents, friends, somebody that could help us along the way. Nobody makes it on their own. That's a myth. There's always a support. When they don't have a support system, they're at a loss. They give up hope.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure our viewers out there know someone that needs this help. How can they get in contact? How's that work?
Well, we're at 600 East Stevenson. They can just walk in the door. You can call us out there. The office number is 704-8077. You can call me on my cell phone. I've been giving my cell phone mostly because I'm not always down there.
Right.
But 416-9791. Give me a call. We'll get you. We've got about 20 or so volunteers, caseworkers, drivers, kitchen help, and we schedule them, you know, day to day because we don't have the same people there all the time.
Is this idea? Is this phase 1? Phase 2 will be the overnight stay.
We'd like it to be. I don't. You know, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Harrison Ford, chasing after the Nazis. And the girl says, "What are you doing?" He says, "I don't know. I'm making this up as we go along."
Right.
That's what we're doing.
Okay.
I mean, I've always had the philosophy that if you want to sit and try to get something done, go do it.
Yeah.
You can plan for the rest of your life. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We hope that we will get to transitional housing. The good thing is that more than anything else, we're raising the consciousness of the community.
Exactly.
Sure, that's what you
People
do.
are learning that there is a problem. I didn't know there was a problem before I found out.
Yeah.
Now that more and more people are finding out and more want to come in and help, we might get the resources. We're going to be applying for grants through
Sure.
HUD, things like that.
Good deal.
So we'll see where it goes.
And the community support has been wonderful, evidently. So.
I would say good luck to you. And if someone wants to be a part of this, can they?
They sure can. We'll put them to work. We'll take their money. We'll take their donations.
Okay.
Yeah. In fact, we raised, the way it got the money to start, I wrote to 60 of my friends that I know that have the resources to be able to help. And we got about $35,000 in pledges. I didn't ask for money. I asked for pledges because I said, if we don't get enough, I don't want your money. Once we got to 45,000, we went ahead and launched, asked them to pay. Now we've spent about 6,000 or 7,000 in the renovations. We've had to get an insurance policy. We're buying the van. We're having to pay utility bills now, insurance. So expenses are starting to come in. We're okay for now, and we can probably get through the year. But it'll be an ongoing thing, and we will be applying for grants. We'll see what we can get there.
Yeah.
Hopefully that will be a big help.
Well, Ken, I hope this project is as successful as the other ones you've been working on.
Well, thank you.
And hopefully
And
that,
thank you for raising
yeah,
the awareness to
absolutely.
the community
That's
and that this is available.
Yeah, I think that's. I don't know how to do any of the stuff we need to do, but I do know how to do this. I do know how to talk.
Ignorance is bliss
I can
sometimes.
talk.
Yeah,
I can
there
talk.
you go.
No
There you go.
problem.
Thanks, Ken. Appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll be talking with Paul Brashler about the Crossroads Motorcycle Rally coming up real soon. Stay with us. Hold on there, Ken.